Evo ga, opet se upalio live. Ajde, barem se upalio live na YouTube. To mora uvijek stojat. Znači ti live-ovi moraju stajat. Harry, poznatiji kao Jesma. Česma. Harry, poznatiji kao Jesma. Česma. Joj, Česma, bratova. Ubi me ova etra. Kako će biti zvuk strašno, na rečenca glupa lutka, pola je nema. Pa joj, si je vidla, pa džeći, pa kako, pa lokše da je nema pola, ba pola drva, pola zrak, jarane, ono je strašno haos, nećemo se lagav. Znam se ono te dočeka, jarane, dočekate u 16 ujutru. Joj, Arja. The danger of TV. Brate, ja kad ovako budem igrao igrice, ja ću svaki put puštat ove epizode od 11 do 25, ima da ih na pamet naučim, a meni se sviđa.
The greatest hypnotist on planet Earth is a oblong box in the corner of the room. It is constantly telling us what to believe is real.
The sharing of biased and false news has become all too common on social media. More alarming, some media outlets.
What? Choo.
Unfortunately, some members of the media use their platforms to push their own personal bias and agenda to control exactly what people think. And this is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
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 This is extremely
Dangerous to our democracy.
This is
Extremely dangerous to our democracy. Dangerous.
extremely dangerous. Our democracy.
extremely
Dangerous to our democracy.
What's happening is we are being hypnotized from cradle to grave by people like this. Newsreaders, politicians, teachers, lecturers. We're being programmed to see the world in a certain way.
Sihr is a reality in the world, and people practice magic. And one of the practices is through the eyes, seducing the eyes in television and spectacle. It's the
Harry, ba sam završio game, nisam pokazao na TikTok.
Now I want to interpret this hadith. Hasir is a mat, it's a matrix, it's like this. It has vertical and horizontal, and it's a mat. And the Prophet said that the fitan will be shown to the hearts like a mat. Udan. It has two lines, a horizontal and vertical line. This is the TV set. This is the set. It's a hasir, it's a mat. And the Prophet said the fitan will be shown to the hearts like a mat. Kal hasir. And this is how shaitan is destroying the hearts, by showing them the fitan on these films and on TV over and over again until people just become accustomed to violence. If you look, all of the research that we have indicates that media violence has increased in quantity, but it's also more graphic, more sexual, and more sadistic. This is the khutawat of shaitan. If you watch films from the 1940s, the 1930s, the 1950s, you can see.
Dobro, čekaj da nađem taj TikTok. Ima jedan dobar TikTok, brat.
He pulls them step by step. These are his khutawat. You start watching films, they've introduced violence. These are the khutawat of shaitan. And shaitan wants violence and sex are his two, these are, because they're very powerful for the human psyche. And these are the two ways that he can really corrupt the heart. This is from the United States. So
Evo
I'm
ga,
using
sad ću pokazati.
statistics from the US, but it's all coming to you, unfortunately. So 80% of R-rated movies, right? 70% of restricted video games, and 100% of music with explicit content, warning labels, were being marketed to children under 17. So they know what they're doing. These are the minions of shaitan, whether they're conscious of it or not. وَلَكِنَّهُمْ لَا يَشْعُرُونَ. They're unconscious.
House.
If you say, لَا تُفْسِدُوا فِي الْأَرْضِ قَالُوا إِنَّمَا نَحْنُ مُصْلِحُونَ. We believe in freedom of speech. We believe in artistic expression. We're not sowing corruption. No, they're the corruptors. أَلَا إِنَّهُمْ هُمُ الْمُفْسِدُونَ. But they're unaware. So many of them are literally minions. By the time the average child in the United States is 18 years old, they will have seen 200,000 acts of violence and 16,000 murders. Our children have been programmed to be violent. This is the average time spent watching television, 5.11 hours in the United States, every day. 99% of how...
Men su naš postaviti
البعد وخاصة من مفاتيح السعادة البعد وخاصة البعد عن ذنوب الخلوات. بعضنا ما يعصي الله في الجلوات مع الناس ونعم، لكن إذا غلق الأبواب نسي باب الله. وصاحب الذنوب الخلوات حياته دمار دمار. www. وقبل ما يدخل التفت الباب مقفل ولا لا، ثم دخل طلع من الغرفة من أفضل الناس سمتا.
يستخفون من الناس ولا يستخفون من الله وهو معهم.
يا مسكين، هذه الساعة التي قضيتها في معصية ستدمر اليوم واللي بعد اليوم، ولذلك كل ما تقابله سينقلب لك.
Ali čuš što je rekao, zato sve sa čim se susretneš pretvorit će se u tvog neprijatelja. Gledaj ovo sad. Kaznit će te Allah sa svakom darom i blagodat kojima se radovo kada su ti došle. Zamisli, znači svaki dar i blagodat koji su ti došle, kaznit će te Allah s njom, slušaj kojim. Kaznit će te, kao bit će ti kazna to. Kao neće to što je blagodat bila, više neće biti blagodat. Zamisli to, brat. Znači prisješće ti kao, kontaš. Haos. Šta kaže šetana vojska prvi dio? Pa ovo je meni su, da vidiš ove video, evo poslao meni su baš od Rational Believer, prvi onaj video, prvi part, Satan is real kao. I samo na našem Muslim Media preveli. Super, pa to je ono što govorim. Joj, nekakav sam uspavan, ali ne smijem. Joj. Shinigami, hvala na follow.
Or is it a figment of your imagination?
Pardon, subscribe.
Or is it just something in philosophy?
Ali dobro, isto je to.
According to the Quran, he's very real. Substance is real, you just don't see it.
Don't believe.
He lived before us, he's still alive today. That's an amazing subject right there, isn't it?
A dobro, kod mene većinom TikTok, brate, dotad obrćim.
That's amazing.
The word shaitan is derived from the root shaitan, means impure and base. Shaitan refers to an entity that is rebellious, irrespective of whether it is of humans or jinn. It is also said that it means a nefarious soul, who is distanced from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and from the truth. So shaitan is in both forms, the jinn and the humans, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says.
وكذلك جعلنا لكل نبي
Mnogo dobro videj. Dobro videj. Svidio sliku. Kakvu sliku sad, brate?
Households that possess at least one TV. 2.4 TV sets in the average U.S. household, right? Because some have 5, some have 1 in every room. 56% of Americans who pay for cable TV. 49% say they watch too much TV. Amazing. 34 hours per week over the age of 2 spent in front of a TV. 24 hours per week, 2 to 11 spent watching TV. 54% of 4 to 6-year-olds who, when asked to choose between watching TV and spending time with their fathers, preferred television.
Preferred television.
Average American youth, 900 hours in school, 1,200 hours watching TV. Right? By the time they get out of high school. It's amazing. 16,000 number of 30-second TV commercials seen in a year. And you know what they call these? Now an important message from our sponsor. Message in Arabic is risala. This is the real reason they want you to buy and consume their goods, because it's a consumer civilization. Cartoons are very serious. This cartoon was done, it's for adults. The man that does this cartoon, literally, he's an atheist, doesn't believe in anything, makes fun of everything, cynicism, everything's a joke. Kids watch this show. It's a very sophisticated show. This is all about ghosts and demons and the occult. The Scooby-Doo has all these occult themes in it. You've got all these cartoons here now, and your kids are growing up on this crap. And you really have to think seriously, garbage in, garbage out. You have to think seriously about what's being done to your children's minds if you're letting them watch TV. Children imitate what they see. Now, Maleficent, you could see Disney, they used to have films where the witch was evil, and now they entice them. This is the fitna. They make a beautiful, they used to make them old hags. If you see the old film, the witch was old hag, but we get them by degrees. Now they take somebody that many people consider a very beautiful woman, and they put her in Baphomet's mask, and then it becomes seductive. He takes people by degrees. I mean, what is this? Why are they doing this? Why are you wearing horns? We're human beings. We're not demons.
House.
And then you can see these signs. Why do they use these symbols? Why is there so much one-eye symbolism amongst these entertainers? I've never seen any normal person do that. Why do they do this? Because this is their religion. They worship the one-eyed God. Why are they preparing our children for one-eyed characters? Why? Why do they all do these one eyes? What's going on? Why are all their symbols with one eye?
Ma svugdje ih ima, aleme. Da nas Allah sačuva, brate, stvarno je strašno postalo. Ma kao simboli, ba... Simboli za ove, da ne govorimo kakve. Sve simbolizam, brate. Evo kaže, watching television.
To being in a hypnotic trance. And so much is fed through that system subliminally as well as actually to get us to see the world in a certain way. They want to manipulate what is in our heads so that we see the world they want us to perceive.
إن من علامة الساعة وأشراطها أن تواصل الأطباق وأن تقطع الأرحام. This to me is one of the clear prophetic miracles of the Prophet ﷺ. Because I believe that the atbaq, and you know in Algeria, what do they call the dish? Tabaq. They call the satellite dish in North Africa atbaq. And that is a correct ta'rif. In the East they call them suhun or dishat. They call them suhun, and that's an incorrect hadith because a sahan is a flat dish.
Da,
is a concave dish.
Pa mislim, ne
And
baš
so
ono...
atbaq is the correct meaning. And the Prophet used the very word that's used for satellite communications, muwasalat. He said, tuwasal al-atbaq, that the dishes will be communicating continuously and people will sever their family ties. In other words, people will stay home.
Kawasaki, brate, mogu malo staviti Lola, ali brate, ovo slušam pozadnje za sebe.
Home and watch television on satellite dish and they won't go visit their neighbors. This is an amazing hadith to me.
Izvini, brate, ninja. Ču ninja, Indija, šta već.
Television is a goddamn amusement park. Television is a circus.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Sef il Chef Gaming. Lagano, Kawasaki.
Sideshow freaks, lion tamers, and football players. We're in the boredom.
Evo ti mensude, brate. Poslaću tamo na korisni link playliste cijeli, brate. Od 1 do... Znaš ako je super, brate, super. Eto, poslao sam. Eto. Od 1 do... Ovo je sad par 13, ali od 1 do... Super, brate, super za slušat. Od 1 do 25. Ovo ja, brate, koškari sluša da zaspi čovjek. To koje je opuštajuće, a da ne govorim informativno.
So if you want the truth, go to God. Go to yourselves. Because that's the only place you're ever going to find any real truth.
Čuj, ovo zadnje nisam slušao. Slušaj sad ovo, slušaj ovo sad. Television is an amusement park, is a circus carnival, a traveling troupe of acrobats, storytellers, dancers.
Sideshow freaks, lion tamers, and football players. We're in the boredom killing business.
Ubijamo, kaže, iz dosade je biznis. Ali kaže, hoćeš istinu, ako hoćeš pravu istinu, idi kao Bogu, kao idi sebi, kaže. Jer je to jedino mjesto gdje ćeš saznat za pravu istinu. House. But man, you're never gonna... Kaže, neš nikad od nas dobiti istinu. Sve što govorimo, lažemo. Da niko ne dobije... Da, men su, je to original na engleskom. Ma kako nije, hajde.
We're all you know. You're beginning to believe the illusions we're spinning here. You're beginning to think that the tube is reality and that your own lives are unreal. You do whatever the tube tells you.
You do whatever the tube tells you. You dress like a, you eat like a tube. You raise your children like a tube. You even think like a tube. House. This is mass madness, maniacs. Kaže, vi ste... Mi smo iluzija. Ugasite svoje televizije. Ugasite ih. Dok gledate ovo upo moje rečenice, ugasite ih, kaže. Haos.
The storm comes, there's no protection. Now there's no roof because the satellite goes through the roof. So it's beamed into your house. You don't have the protection of your home anymore. What did the Ashab al-Kahf do? They fled to the cave, right? And that will protect you from the Dajjal. Be in your cave. Guard yourself against these things. Your home is Darul Islam. Guard your home. Protect your home. Don't invite shaitan in. Protect your children. They're pure, they're innocent. Look at them.
Mislim, sad suština Hadidža nije više poenta televizor, govori se o tim medijima. Sad je internet postao televizor, jel tako?
They're beautiful. They're ready to learn La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah by fitra. They'll believe what you tell them. But if you put them in front of these things, they'll stop believing.
Istina, istina. Pa da, mislim, na internetu možeš više možda dobrog sadržaja izabrat, pošto nije više to dostupno na naš, možda na telefon, na televizor ne možeš toliko vjersko nešto, na internetu možeš, ali opet zapravo taj televizor i to je predstavlja internet danas.
ومن الناس من يشتري لهو الحديث ليضل عن سبيل الله بغير علم ويتخذها هزوا أولئك لهم عذاب مهين وإذا تتلى عليه آياتنا ولى مستكبرا كأن لم يسمعها كأن في أذنيه وقرا فبشره بعذاب أليم.
Svaka čast kako su dobro video napravili. Evo lagano lubenca.
Everybody likes music. Everybody enjoys music. Everybody enjoys singing and dancing and being cheerful.
Evo ga, slušajte ovo.
Music. Everybody enjoys singing and dancing and being cheerful.
Evo za muziku, brate lubenca.
Everybody likes music. Everybody enjoys music. Everybody enjoys singing and dancing and being cheerful. So why would someone say it's haram? It's very simple. To know the ruling over something, we have to go back to the Quran and Muslim. We are Muslims. We have to go back to the Quran and to the Sunnah. Do we get our religion from out of the Quran and Sunnah? No. If you go to the Sunnah, the most authentic book for Muslims, any Muslim Sunni, you would ask him, you would say Sahih al-Bukhari. This is the most authentic book on earth after the Quran. And in Sahih al-Bukhari, the Prophet ﷺ tells us that there will be people of my ummah making haram things halal. And they would make adultery, fornication. They would make silk. They would make consuming intoxicants, khamr. And music instruments halal. 4 things. The Prophet ﷺ told us that there will come people who would make these haram things halal. So the Prophet is the one who told us that music is haram. And the evidence behind it is overwhelming.
There is no scholar on earth, Muslim scholar, that allows you to listen to Beyonce and Madonna and Michael Jackson and those. That is completely out because, number one, it's dirty, it's filthy, the lyrics are horrible, terrible. They encourage you to move your body and to shake your thing, as they say. May Allah forgive us, really. You move your body, you are sexually hyped up. So it's a dirty industry. Ask those who are in it. It's filthy. When you hear about music, you hear about how to attract the opposite sex, and it's all about love and all about, you know, your emotions. And so at home you're not happy. When you go to work, you see someone you're working with and you're busy thinking, ooh, the music fits exactly here, and so on. Things are happening. People are tampering with our minds.
The power that music has on humans' mind has been well documented for thousands of years. Hundreds of scientific studies have proven that music can have a profound effect on human emotions, sensory perceptions, and behavior. In 1839, Heinrich Wilhelm made a fascinating audio discovery when he uncovered this strange phenomenon of binaural beats, which are...
Šta znači normalno? Ljudi imaju malo drugačiji akcent. koliko vi znate
special
da slušam, ba.
frequencies within music that affect how brainwaves behave and consequently our mood. A more recent study in 2012 by psychologist Anna Shermer uncovered that our perception of the external world can be directly affected by musical rhythm, because our brainwaves become in sync with auditory beats. What's most intriguing about this study is that Shermer realized that when people move in synchrony, they are more likely to perceive the world in synchrony. This means that our mental process can be altered simply by using music to manipulate brainwave oscillations.
Music touches the limbic system, or the emotional system of our brain, which actually, though slower than other parts, can overwhelm all of the other parts. Think about how we lose our mind when we fall in love. And we literally do, because of the power of the emotion. That being said, the music system has been very unresponsive even to industry-applied ratings. All that they had been willing to do was to put parental advisory on the outside of CDs. They would not print lyrics in a visible place. This is complicated by the fact that the Federal Communication Commission has...
Ček da čujem.
ألم نجعل له عينين ولسانا
Dobar glas, dobar mikrofon.
Strict limits on what can be broadcast over the air. And historically, the way popular music has been...
Meni je najdraži Sad Al-Gamdi, on ima baš dječji glas, brate. Ja ne mogu da vjerujem da je lik, kad sam ga vidio, ja kad sam mu čuo glas prvi put i kad sam ga vidio kako izgleda, ja sam razliku, jer ako nije to isti čovjek, dobar, nije bukvalno sam to rekao, ali ne mogu da vjerujem kako drugačije izgleda, njegov glas toliko dječji i fin. Možda vam pustim kratko. Kako ima, on je mene omiljen, ja njega najviše slušam. Dus mi čisti, vidim, djeluje dobro ovaj sad, stvarno meni su još pojačan, baš dobro djeluje, boga mi. Sad Al-Gamdi ima stvarno dječji glas, mlad glas, nevjerovatan. Da čujemo.
Rahim. Innahum humul mufsidun walakin la yash'urun. Wa idha qila lahum aminu.
Ja od njega uvijek slušam, kad god šta radim slušalce i pustim njegov glas i u Kur'anu, no.
كما آمن الناس قالوا أنؤمن كما آمن السفهاء.
Fatiha, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Znam njegovu tačno kako zvuči.
A'udhu billahi minash.
Ovako će ići, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Tako će reći. Kao ta tempomat, kontaš? Ču sad. Čekaj. A dobro, ovdje je preskočio izgleda. Bil alamin Ar-Rahmanir-Rahim Malik. Dobro je. Ali ja kad sam uvidio lice, brate, ako nije to isti čovjek. Dobro, nisam tako opet, ponavljam se. Ali kako ima glas fin, brate, dječji, a... Kako ima glas, vidi ga, čovjek ima bradu i sve, ali čuju mu glasa. Kontaš, ne možeš mu zamisliti glas, vrate, i lice nekako. Ali baš lijepo zvuči.
صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين
Sad će amin.
الحمد لله رب
Super, super. Ček, ima sad neki live performance.
إن هؤلاء
Ali ima stvarno dobri.
sold is through airplay.
Evo ovaj što je meni sud isto poslu, baš mi ja glas.
Expect a system to be put together that will perfectly protect us.
Pa, bukvalno ono, uzeo bi mogla spavat, pa ja sam sebi, ja se trudim, kako kad, al pustim, ono, pored sebe telefon na zvučnik, to je to, i zaspim. Kako je čovjek, kako je totalno drugačija osoba kad zaspi uz to. Toliko sigurno zaspiš, brate, i sretno zaspiš, jer znaš da slušaš ali ovo je haos.
Is audio pornography today. That's what it is. It's explicit, it's shameless, it's vulgar, it takes your sense of humanity away from you, it makes you look at women.
Može, a šta kaže ovaj Hafiz Aziz Alili, ne znam.
Allahu ahad, Allahu samad, lam yalid wa lam yulad wa lam yanir.
Pa ja i ova ima mlad glas, brate, dobro zvuči. Evo. Ma kakve, brate, šeitani bježe od Kur'ana. Čekaj, šta sam htio ono, a ja sad... Da čujemo.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. سبحان الذي أسرى بعبده ليلا من المسجد الحرام إلى المسجد الأقصى الذي باركنا حوله لنريه من آياتنا إنه هو السميع البصير وآتينا موسى الكتاب وجعلناه هدى لبني إسرائيل ألا تتخذوا من دوني وكيلا ذرية من حملنا مع نوح إنه كان عبدا شكورا وقضينا إلى بني إسرائيل في الكتاب لتفسدن في الأرض مرتين ولتعلن علوا كبيرا فإذا جاء وعد أولاهما بعثنا عليكم عبادا لنا أولي بأس شديد.
Izgubio sam game. Mishari al-Awasi. Ja, izgubio sam game, neću. Nešto sam htio vratiti. Da, Gina, da. Hari izgleda zaspo sifonđa. Harija prenijelo u četvom snu. Nasus Lord.
As objects, worse than objects, worse than animals. Just as and these people are talking about women like they're talking about, you know, an animal, really. And when you constantly, you know, listen to garbage like that, then you get deviated, and you don't find pleasure except in disobedience to Allah, and that's the sign of a sick heart.
Oh yes, and music is a whole another area that employs these techniques. Popular music, all popular culture, movies, TV, music, they carry messages, and it's not just entertainment. Entertainment is not value-free. It has ideological content. It presents a worldview that influences the people who are watching or listening. So we've got this disconnect, thinking that entertainment is harmless when it's the most important delivery system of propaganda, because it influences people without their conscious awareness, and that's the ultimate in controlling people in society, is to do it without them being aware of it.
Now, you can't even listen to the lyrics because they're so disgusting, right? They are so filthy. And Fakhruddin al-Razi, in his commentary, says about the verse in the Quran where shaitan, you know, that you will try to seduce them with your voice, he says by giving them foul lyrics that their children will memorize and repeat. That's in Mafatih al-Ghayb. That was in the 13th century. So what are we doing now? This is the khutuwat of shaitan. He's taken people by degrees. 2.5 hours per day for teenagers in the United States listening to music. 2.5 hours per day. 1 in 3 popular songs now contain explicit references. The number of times an adolescent is exposed to explicit substance references, 35 per hour. They're listening to 2.5 hours a day, 35 per hour, 84 per day, 591 per week, being told about alcohol and drugs in these lyrics. These are the khutuwat of shaitan. 30,700 a year. References to drug or alcohol in songs. Pop, 9%. Rock, 14%. Hip-hop, R&B hip-hop, 20%. Country, 36%. Rap, 77%. And we've got all these kids listening to rap. This is what they worship, these Satanists, Baphomet. If you notice, he's androgynous, so it's a male-female mixture. Also making these signs. You see the signs he's making using this sign because 11 is the devil's number. Because 11 is 1 beside 1. In their numerology, they use 11 a lot, and they like multiples of 11. 11, 22, 33, 66. They like these multiples. In their magic, they know the secrets of numbers, and so they use numbers. The Prophet ﷺ, when they used magic on him, they blew on 11 knots. 11 uqda. And this is why the Mu'awwidhatayn has 11 ayahs, because it protects against their magic. So this is real stuff, people. I'm not making this up. This is real stuff. You can see Madonna imitating here Baphomet, right? Because she's one of them, and she's a numerologist. She is a numerologist. She practices numerology. Lady Gaga's got tens of millions of followers.
Nah.
So the devil has plenty of followers on Twitter. Now this man over here, LaVey, started the Church of Satan. He wrote a satanic Bible, and he explained that that symbol that they're all doing, that symbol, he said, was a curse symbol of devils. That's the way they put curses on people. And you've got people at rock concerts, they're all doing it, thinking it's cool. Marilyn Manson was a follower of Anton LaVey. He has tens of thousands of people go to his rock concerts. He has them openly denounce God. Openly. He says, I want you all to reject God tonight. And they all do it.
House.
So this is real stuff, people. He's very committed to this. He's a minister in the Church of Satan. And they use music. Because music is fitna. It's enticing. It sucks you in. You like it. It's enjoyable. Now, here's Miley with her little horn hair. Right? What is this? She had millions of followers of little kids in America, and this is what she turned into. And if you look, you see, where did she get that? Kali, a demon from the Hindu tradition of destruction, because this is a destroyer of the innocence of youth. She has literally, she's possessed by Kali.
Šta je sa ovim? Čujete me? Što se ugasi live, brate? Da se to opet prekinuo live? I koliko su uopće prekinuo? Morat ću ja restartovat router. Opet se preknuo live. Brate mili. Da mi znaš šta se desi s internetom. Ugašću ću poslije ovaj live. I restartovat. I onda sutra opet live. Ali moram vidjeti šta je s internetom.
And she couldn't stop putting her tongue out. She was even asked, why do you do that? She said, I feel compelled to do it. Because this is who's really moving things around, Kali, a demon. If you notice, they use also backwards. It's haram to recite the Quran backwards. This is well known because in magic they recite things backwards. Aleister Crowley taught them to learn how to talk backwards. John Lennon actually knew how to speak backwards. There's recordings of him speaking backwards. And they do backmasking on their albums where they actually play things in reverse. Led Zeppelin, followers of Aleister Crowley, did this on one of their albums. So you're getting literally magical messages.
Hajde, Mensu, da je lako noć, brate. Hvala što si bio tu, Mensu.
Because we're highly sensitive people. And this machine around us, this so-called music industry, is such a demonic thing. It sacrifices people's lives and their essence.
The number one problem in Hollywood was and is and always will be pedophilia. That's the biggest problem for children in this industry.
The casting couch even applies to children.
Oh yeah. Not in the same way. It's all done under the radar.
Nobody talks about pedophilia.
It's the big secret.
And it's widespread?
Oh yeah.
You're doing really well now, but didn't you release a CD like almost 10 years ago?
Yeah, I mean, I released a gospel record when I was 15 because I grew up in, a household where all I ever did was listen to gospel music, and my parents are both traveling ministers, and so I kind of sang about, what was going on in my life at 15, and that's how I got introduced to the music industry. 'Cause I swear I wanted to be like the Amy Grant of music,
Yeah.
but it didn't work out, and so I sold my soul to the devil.
I sold my soul to the devil. I know it's a crack deal.
Hmm. 5 sati sam live bio.
Yeah, I believe in Illuminati. There is a certain level that you get at.
Certain level.
You can't go no further.
Sell your soul.
Unless you're aware of certain things. And I'll leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? There's a certain level that you get to. That there's a door that you have to walk. And it's on you to walk through that door. And once you walk through that door, it's no coming.
If your ultimate goal is to be famous, then you're gonna do a lot to get there. Like sign your name in blood in a contract with the devil. Like you're gonna end up on a one-way street and it's going nowhere. Like that's just the truth. I've seen so many people like forsake their moral code and their value systems just for a little bit of fame, and it's not worth it at the end of the day. It's really not worth it.
I swear to Lucifer. I swear to Lucifer.
We're seeing a society that not only
Koje je, jel dobro, loše?
people of lower IQ, but a lot fewer people of higher IQ. In other words, a dumbing down, a chemical dumbing down of society. So everyone should sort of meet.
Aha, misliš za live, ja, za 5 sati. Pa s obzirom da ovih dana nisam live-u, jest loše. Ali hvala Allahu, može, bit će bolje.
IQ are totally dependent. Then we have this mass of people who are going to believe anything they're told because they can't really think clearly. And very few people of very high IQ who have good cognitive function who can figure this all out. And that's what they want.
Loše ko što sam ja tebe htio pitat, da se informiram nešto novo. A to je žlijezde.
And spending so many hundreds of millions of dollars of propaganda money to dumb down society.
Now you see in the West, people listen to music all the time. They're always plugged in. They get in their car, they turn on the music. They walk, they put in their earphones, and they listen to their music, and people have long playlists. They spend a lot of money on these things, and so they're lost. They don't have free time to think anymore because their lives are filled with sound. So the demons have immense tools that they've never had before, and they're using them very effectively.
Šta novo? Pa zašto nisam znao šta je to trenutno tad? A ti znala? Ja imao dobar namjer da naučim šta je to. Halal.
That's what it says. I didn't make that up. It says they'll have ma'azib ala ru'usihim ma'azib. On their heads are musical instruments. Who would have known what that meant at the time of our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam? But now we see it, all these people everywhere. Your mind is filled with their thoughts. You're not even yourself anymore. You're listening to Rihanna or Madonna or Haifa Wahbi or whoever the latest fashionable singer is.
I seek refuge from...
Allahumma billah. Allahumma billah. Allahumma billah.
Pa nije, ali ne bi rekao na stranu sve. Ali onda mogu bi ja reći na stranu sve. Ali dobro, na kraju sam se izvinuo, realno. Ali druga stvar, na stranu sve. A neću se raspravljati. Ja sam na kraju rekao izvin. Ali neću ja govoriti svoju stranu sad. Na stranu sve, ništa. I bolje što ne znaš, neć da objašnjavam. Bolje da ne objašnjavam. Ma nisam ništa rekao ovako kao. Ću pomislam da će me ban. Ej sad, pa nije. Ću da ćete banovat, pa znaš. Jes, brate, ali je bio je sa činjenicama, ako ćemo iskreno. Brate, bilo su i dalje činjenice i to je to moje mišljenje. Mislim, ne, nije to mišljenje, to je činjenica, brate, s moje strane. S moje perspektive. Nepno, uglavnom što sam htio reći. Znaš šta je samo bilo bitno? Ne treba ni govoriti, ali bitno je samo bilo što sam ja stvarno imao sam dobru namjeru. I ja sam mogu otići na Google 30 puta. Slušaj, evo, ja sam mogu otići na Google 30 puta. Ja mislim svako dijete je moglo otići na Google. Ali meni prvo što je nampalo, da se ja javim na Discord da to pitam. I na kraju šta je bilo, pa ništa, Belmine, bolje da se očuo na Google. Jel tako? Jest. I to je to. Kako? Pa nije tako bilo, nemoj pričati. Hvala Zojs, brate. Nije baš tako bilo. Poenta je samo što nisi trebala reći da neću odgovoriti, to je to. Bolje da sam očuo na Google. Dobro, Baleme, i ti sme došao sad napadat, i ti, to je reakcije. Ma nije bila neozbiljnost, ali eto pogrešno sam da shvatila. Pa brate, nije da me napadaš, ali brate pitaš njenu stranu, a moj zaboravio. Ma ne svaćam, brate, ne brini. Uglavnom, definitivno, pored možda moje reakcije, definitivno vidim veliku krivicu iz druge strane. Ajde, pošteno, brate, pošteno. Kaže, izvin s moje strane. Pa dobro, ne znam. Ja sam svoju stranu već danas riješio. Ali haj svaka čas. Ipak treba barem, pa makar nakon 20 godina. Hashtag sarkazam. Kaže, bolje ikad nego nikad. Pa jest bolje. Iako ja to ne bi na kraju uzeo za nešto zbilje, ali što jest bolje, to jest. Ne mogu više, brate, iznerviran sam. Ma ne mogu, odu gasla je, brate, previše prekida. Izvinjavam se ja još jednom svima vama što sam tu. Dobro, znam, pa logično da znam, na kraju sam ja razmišljao izbrisat. A isto tako, nećete odgovorit, isto ne treba biti javno ako nije znala. Ja sam se barem još javno izvinuo. Ali tamo gdje već se desilo to. Ne može biti strlja, baš tako je. Da neću, dosta sam bio ja ovdje. Odo. Hvala vam na kastanju. Odoh ugas live. Moram vidjeti šta je sa internetom. Pošto ne znam šta mu je. Hajde Allah imanet. Hvala što ste bili tu. Biće bolje u životu. Imša i dalje live-a čovjek, svaka mu čast. Dobri ljudi. Hoće. Neću puno više ni o čemu razmišljat. Odoh. Isključit mozak. Dobro, neću isključit mozak, ali neću ništa. Odo. Ajde, Allah imane, laku noć. Hvala što ste bili tu. I čućemo se, ajde, Allah imanet, ale me, brate. Dima prvo, hvala, ali ne. Malo nas sad, baš, brate, trebao malo. Ajde, ovo ću reći do te jemšu, kod jemše barem. Hajde, ništa, čućemo se onda, ljudi, odoh i ja. Hajde, hvala što ste bili tu i čujemo se danas. Danas je sreda, da, danas, onda vidjet ćemo. Opet, ali čućemo se. Inšallah, hajde, Allah imane, čuvajte se. Hvala što ste bili tu. Pozdrav. Hajde. I sad idem brisat one porke. One moje. Zbog sebe. Hajde, Allah imanet. Ajde, čujemo se. Pozdrav. A zbog sebe. Nemoj da ja slušam sam sebe. Mislim ovako, alo, iznervina. Odo. Zbog sebe. Tako sam rekao. Allah imanet.